Britain and the world, from an empire to a nation. In the 19th century, the British Empire was a leading economic and colonial power in the world. It ruled over the quarter of the world's population. In the early 20th century, the UK lost gradually its empire due to when the colonies with large Anglo-Saxon population became independent, like Australia, South Africa, and New Zealand. After World War II, when Asia and African territories got their independence, like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Kenya, the UK had to redefine its position in the world and evolve around three poles, which are the Commonwealth, Europe, and the US. The UK and the Commonwealth, which means a country made up of many states. In the 20th century, the UK's population changed because of the massive immigration waves from the Commonwealth countries like India, Pakistan. After the dismantlement, which means the take to pieces, of the empire, the Commonwealth was formed as an international organization composed of 54 countries. Most of them were colonized by Britain. Queen Elizabeth is the head of the Commonwealth, which symbolizes power. These nations share a common heritage shown in the colonial past, like the English language and some cultural parts like cricket and rugby. They share a principle that should be respected, which is 1. Individual freedom, 2. Human rights, 3. End of racism. Some countries violated those principles and got excluded, such as South Africa for apartheid, which means the separation between blacks and whites. 2. Nigeria because of its dictatorial regime. Britain joined the European Union in 1973, which weakened the ties between those nations. The UK and Europe. UK stayed in the European Union until 2018 because Europe wanted to create a powerful Europe by creating a common market all over the national boundaries under the same law, belonging to European Parliament in Brussels. 2. Many British Eurosceptic, which means they're against Europe, who thinks that Britain will lose its sovereignty, which means her power to govern itself, and identity, joining the European community. Why the British were suspicious about joining the European community in 1973. First, because their geographical insularity, which means they're like an island, and separation from Europe. The British always saw Europe as a threat to their sovereignty. The UK should take its own decision, not by the European Parliament. 2. Britain wanted to regulate its immigration flow and economy without needing European regulation. 3. Since it's an Anglo-Saxon country, it showed close ties with the US. In Europe, yes, but not run by Europe, as they say. On 2016, a referendum vote was held in UK to ask people, should the UK remain a member of the European Union or leave the Union? 52% voted for Brexit. Brexit means that Britain will go out of the European Union. The UK and the US. The special relationship with the US is seen in its historical and cultural ties they share, a real sense of kinship represented in, first, the British settlers, 2, the white Anglo-Saxon Protestants in America created the US with its institutions, 3, constitutions, 4, culture, 5, same language, 6, a common cultural and religious heritage which led to Protestantism, 7, close ties between leaders like Ronald Reagan and Margaret Thatcher, Bill Clinton and Barack Obama, Boris Johnson and Donald Trump. The US always offered its help to the UK. 9. The UK has supported the US in many recent wars, like Gulf War, war in Iraq, and encouraged the rise of strong arm industries to supply the US. After the Brexit, Trump promised a free US and UK trade deal for bigger and more lucrative, which means profit, than any deal that could be made with the European Union. If you enjoyed watching this video and you would like to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel and see you in the next video.